So tell me what you guys thought about that interview we had with the quarterback, the starting quarterback of the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, Kirk Francis. Was that not amazing? Is he not one of the most genuinely good dudes that you've heard? And I I've gotten to know him a little bit over the last month or so, and uh, the dude is the same way in his DMs. Um, he is a dude that um, you kind of want to run through a wall for, you know. And when you have a quarterback, you want that leadership ability, or teammates want to be able to, if they have to, run through a wall for you. And he is a solid guy. He's very grounded, um, but he's confident in his abilities, which you have to be, especially at that level. The FBS level is um, so intense. They used to call it the D1 level. I had the opportunity in baseball to play at the D1 level, and it's you almost have to go through it to understand the difference in the level of ability and competition. Um, Whereas in high school, maybe each team had one or two guys you had to worry about in a lineup. Get to D1 level, you got to be worried about everybody. And in my case, I had to worry about 1 through 9 as a pitcher. And, I was through hard work, um, through being blessed with ability from God, and through the tutelage of my father and other good coaches in my life. Um, but working my tail off um, got me to that next level where um, guys like Kirk Francis apparently is, and is probably continuing to move forward, and that's my hope. You know. So anyway, one thing I wanted to share with you guys, obviously I did fix the 10-minute games to 6-minute games, so we'll try those. And but FCS Northwest is, they can't put the FCS school names in there, but as Kirk said, it's Abilene Christian is who they play. And I just wanted to share a little kind of cool thing here. But last year in the 2024 FCS playoffs, Abilene Christian made it for the first time. They blanked Northern Arizona 24-0, and then they lost to the eventual champion, North Dakota State, 51-31. But kind of the crazy thing to me when I read about this was that the offensive player of the year in all of FCS came from North Dakota State, who Abilene Christian played and lost to. And of course, North Dakota State, like I said, went on to win the FCS championship. Well, they had the offensive player of the year on their team. Well, was he a quarterback? He was not. He was a wide receiver, of all things. The dude's name? Bryce Lance. You know who his older brother is? That's right, Trey Lance. The 49ers high draft pick that turned into a bust, ended up being traded to the Cowboys, and kind of the rest is history. He just never reached his potential, if you will. In my view, I felt like they didn't really give him a shot, but like he doesn't have a history of like 15 or 16 games to look back on and say, man, was that guy terrible? They really made the determination on Trey Lance in practice and just determined that he wasn't better than Brock Purdy. But kind of a cool story that at the FCS level, the offensive player of the year, not only was he not a quarterback, but it was Trey Lance's little brother. So watch for that guy in this next year's upcoming draft, I guess. I have no idea what classification he is or if he transferred to an FBS school or something like that. But I just kind of thought that was cool, especially for those who keep up with NFL football and stuff like that. But did want to share with you guys what we're going to do or what we did with our schedule. So originally, we were supposed to go to Oklahoma State on September 19th. And then we were supposed to, at home, Oregon State was going to come play us. In all my years of playing NCAA football, and now 2 years of playing college football 25, and now starting with college football 26, I have never seen a scenario where when you're starting out with a bad or a team on the come up, if you will, a team like Tulsa, who is picked last in their conference. Out of 14 teams, every publication has them picked 14th. I've never seen a scenario where losing to an Oklahoma State or an Oregon State does your program any good. It may, in the they used to call it like TV time or whatever. There's another word or term that they use for it in college football 26. I think like exposure or something like that. That may be one thing that's hurt by not playing a bigger school. But program prestige, coach prestige, uh, team prestige, conference prestige, I mean, I could go on for days with all of the good things that can actually happen if you switch an Oklahoma State for an Akron. No offense to Akron fans, but CFB 26 decided Akron was going to be the worst team in the game. And if I saw right, they are the lowest overall offensively and defensively. Um, in this scenario, in this game, recruits only see that you win, and it only helps you in all of those things that I shared: coach prestige, program prestige, um, conference prestige, um, because they don't count a loss just because it's to an Oklahoma State or an Oregon State as beneficial, other than prestige or whatever, um, or you know whatever they're calling that now. So, with that being said, as you can see from the schedule, there is no Oklahoma State on the schedule this year. We will play at Akron on September 19th, which will be a much more winnable game for us. And on November 15th, Oregon State will not come to Tulsa to throttle us, or, you know, based on overalls, you know, and playing at Heisman level, that very well could happen. And unfortunately, UMass was the lowest overall team that I could play. Can't remember what their offense and defense was specifically, but they're one of the worst teams in FBS 26. So, and it gives us week 12, which can be a good week for recruits to come in. Um, and like I said, it just does us no good to lose. So we're gonna take we're gonna do our best to take those two losses and turn those into two wins. So, say we go 500 in conference, and I haven't counted the conference games, but let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So say we go 4-4 in conference, but we beat FCS Northwest, which we did. New Mexico State is one of the worst teams in the game. We do have to play at New Mexico State, but we can beat them. We definitely should beat Akron. And we have a good shot against UMass, and especially because it's at home. Well, if we win those 4 games and we just split in conference, we're going to be 8-4. That is going to be huge, not for everything that I mentioned as far as coach prestige and program prestige and conference prestige and all the things that I have, like, I can't even remember right now. But it's going to help in recruiting too, because scouts could care less in this game if you lose to Oregon State by 10 or by 40. They just see it as a loss, And so, job number one for the Tulsa Golden Hurricane this year and next year is to win ball games. Do everything we can to win ball games. So to me, that's great news because that is going to shine some better light on the program because um, we should come out with a better record. And it just looks so much better to recruits and it improves grades across the board, man. It just does. The only bad news, and I can't change this, is that on Saturday, September 13th, we will have to play Navy. And Navy, from every publication, and I'll try not to say the word publication anymore, but everything I've read, they are the number one team preseason in the AAC conference, with Tulsa coming in 14th. So we're going to have to go from playing an FCS school to close to an FCS school to the best team in our conference who have a lot of returners. So that will be a fascinating week. And what's great about it is that when we face Tulane, even if Navy kicks us in the rear, we still can be 3-1 going into that Tulane game. Well, to me, that's a huge victory, like recruiting wise and everything else wise. So get excited because we're on the come up, guys. We're going to turn this program around, even if all of our good players transfer after the season or whatever. So there's nothing we can do about that. Um, I think I shared this with you briefly, but just to reiterate, um, I did, I guess, tell you a little white lie when I said Tulsa only has one returning starter on offense and one on defense. So I think I told you they only have two returning starters, but they actually have three if you count their punter. So let that soak in for a minute. So they have three returning starters. So, but anyway, I digress. So in reality, they have one returner on offense, which is Kirk Francis, of course, and then Ty Newhouse, our nose tackle, on defense. Um, to go over a little bit about um, the offense is, um, they fired Kevin Wilson, who liked to fling the ball around. Well, I like to fling the ball around too. Well, they hired a coach that loves to run the ball. Well, I appreciate him and uh, have some admiration for Coach Lamb. Um, as long as Coach Polson is in charge of this program, we will be flinging the ball around. And so I think it makes for a more fun, uh, style of play to watch. But it just wins games, when you can pass well. And when you fling the ball around a lot, um, it makes quarterbacks want to come play for you. It makes wide receivers want to come play for you. It makes pass catching tight ends want to come play for you. It makes tackles want to come play for you. Um, I mean, it really sets you up. I wanted to share with you the third running back because Tulsa got in Morrison from Kansas, Richardson from Baylor, and then they got in a kid uh, named A.J. Allen from the Miami Hurricanes. And some people think he's the best of the three. So I don't know, but if I could move him to wide receiver, I would try to do that this year. But obviously, you can't do that till the off season. Um, the the real painful part for the Golden Hurricane last year was on the defensive side of the ball. Um, Let me see if I can find a quote. I think it's in another magazine, but there was a coach that was unnamed that said that Tulsa's defense last year was one of the worst defenses that he had ever seen in all of his years of coaching. Uh, and you can't really blame the guy because check out their last 5 games of the year. Their defense gave up 45 points, 59, 38, 63, and 63. I'll say that one more time. 45, 59, 38, 63, and 63. That is frightening, guys. So we have got to get better on the defensive side of the ball if we want to compete for a conference title. And that's going to be very important. So, um, one of the cool things on defense, one of the very few cool things, is that they did get a local high school kid, or used to be a local high school kid that wanted to come back to Tulsa after being at Utah State, and he'll start for Tulsa at cornerback, and his name is JD Drew. And for those of you old enough, it is not the JD Drew that used to drop bombs for the St. Louis Cardinals in Major League Baseball. I checked that out. That's a different dude. So, uh, but yeah, so they added a few guys in the portal, but they definitely lost more in the portal on defense than they gained. So uh, we have to go to work. And let me just quickly show you our recruiting board. I think I kind of showed you this at the end. We're obviously not going to get Coffee. He's about to sign with Cal. So let's just let him go. We're close to signing this center. We're close to signing, well, not too close, but getting close to signing this left tackle. This Will linebacker. Um, I mean, we're in the lead for this Mike We're in the lead for this wide receiver from Denton, Texas. He's a 5'10 speedster, which I like the sound of. We're in the lead for him. Here's another defensive guy, defensive tackle, which for us would be nose tackle since we play the 3-3-5. Once we're able to start getting better recruits, I'm going to seriously consider moving us to the 4-3, only because in 20 years or so that I've been playing this game, and college football has changed a lot during that time, but the 4-3 has always simmed the best. But with so many teams now passing so much, it does um, make me think twice about having that additional defensive back on the field. Um, and when you're not a good school, like we're not good right now, it is tough to get defensive tackles. So, but it is tough to get corners too. So, anyway, right now, we're running the 3-3-5. We're in the lead for this guard. Hopefully, one day they'll change it from left guard and right guard to just offensive guard, because there's never a penalty for changing a guy from right guard to left guard or left guard to right guard. But they're very specific about that this guy is a right guard. But anyway, we have this center in the lead, but you know what? We've got this center that's about to sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy's points away. Always have to remember how to do it. Okay, there we go. But we're in the lead already with him. Okay, brand exposure. That's the one thing that I think players like about playing bigger schools, brand exposure. But until we get a team that can beat teams like Oklahoma State, we're not going to be playing them as much as we possibly can. Coach stability, that's another one that improves with wins. It could care less about close losses or getting beat down by Oklahoma State. Generally, your playing style improves because you put up more points on a lesser school, so that improves. Program tradition improves because you tend to have a better record. You start going to bowl games. Stadium atmosphere increases because you start getting more people at your games because you have a better record, and on and on and on. So there's no reason to have Oklahoma State and Oregon State on our schedule. I'd say we need to see where this free safety is. Okay, I think we need to go after him. Let's see. Oh, so we do have 100 hours. That's pretty cool. That's not great that he hates playing time. Oh, let me move them up. Okay. And because I don't know, oh, this halfback already, TCU has already taken a strong lead on us. So I'm not going to take them completely off the board, but I'm definitely going to move them down. Oh, man. Let's see. Athlete. Okay, he's a power rusher. Oh, and he's getting ready to sign with UTSA. Um, Dual threat. I think we can take him off our board or move him way down. Oh, wow. We got locked out from a lot of guys. So there goes all our 4 stars, guys. But we weren't really pursuing them, so. I only put this fullback on here because he had us number 1 on his list, and he's a 3-star. So he could probably not at that weight, but he could we could maybe make him a tight end. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. In I don't know so much in FBS 25, but in NCAA football, JUCO guys in season didn't get recruited very hard, and I think I'm gonna try to go after him. I'm gonna give it a week for sure and see if we can get back in the race. Oh, wow. Yeah, he sees playing time because we have a couple juniors, but they're saying they're going to transfer too. So I don't know. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to mess around with this guy because he clearly doesn't want to play for us. So how about this guy? Oh yeah, he doesn't have us in his top 10, but he is a 3-star gem. What is his deal breaker? Conference prestige. Ooh, but there again, wins count towards your conference prestige, especially in non-conference games, as you guys can imagine, because the more games you win out of conference, the better record you're going to end up with, no matter what you do in conference play. We do need corners desperately, but he doesn't even have us in his top 10. I'm going to try to get us in his top 10, though. Because we desperately need corners. I think we need 3 corners. Gosh, our grades are so bad, guys. They're so bad. All right, I spent a lot of time talking, but hopefully I gave you guys some valuable information to kind of um, give you some context to what we're doing and why we're doing it and all that jazz. CTs, man, we threw him the ball a lot last game, and because he wants a championship contender, and that's one of the hardest ones to get up to a decent grade on, because you can't just um, win games in your conference and up that championship contender grade. You really have to be a fringe top 25 team and maybe better. And then look at the guys, the risk of transfer. Look at the bar. It is so far over. They want to transfer so bad that they can't even push the bar far enough over. But basically, our third running back, who I believe is a junior and would start next year for us, wants out. Booker, who just transferred in and had some great catches for touchdowns, wants out. Miller, whoever he is, wants out. Wide receiver. Ballard wants out. Drew wants out. So the guy I just talked to you about, JD Drew, the local kid who came back home, he loves brand exposure. So why'd you come to Tulsa, man? But see, he's a good player. 77 corner that we're going to lose. And there's nothing we can do about it, you know? Oh, I found out that is not Calvin Johnson's son. Because, well, first of all, he does have a son, but his son's name is CJ. Well, that could be CJ Johnson. But Megatron, his real name is Calvin Johnson II. So he couldn't have a son that is also Calvin Johnson II. He would be Calvin Johnson III. So it's not Megatron's son. He wants to leave. And we even threw him bones this last game. Steptoe, never heard of him. He wants to transfer because he's not getting to play. Why is Johnson wanting to transfer for playing time? Like, he was catching a bunch of balls. Hardiman, a defensive tackle. Newhouse, our only returner. So he wants to transfer out for his senior year. Foley, our starting tight end, wants out. So this transfer portal thing, guys, they have geared it to make it closer to real life. And what the transfer portal has done for good for the players that are making the money, it is bad for those that love those teams. And I'll give you an example. Diego Pavia, a friend of the program, he was on last year when we did the New Mexico State Dynasty. He actually said in an interview, not to me, but he said in an interview that if New Mexico State would have offered, could have offered, if they could have offered what Vanderbilt offered, he would have stayed at New Mexico State. He admitted that. So Tulsa is in the same place as the New Mexico State. So um, like I said last episode, for those of you guys that pray, man, pray, because we're gonna have to figure this thing out. So our boy Kurt is the American Offensive Player of the Week, obviously. How is he not National Player of the Week? That is the question. Okay, let me just see. Okay, what's the red thing for? What does that mean? Oh, we can hard sell now. Oh, we can hard sell now. Ooh. So we would have an A plus, B plus, and C. Yes, we will hard sell. So A plus, B plus, and C. Love it. I hate it that motivation one is coach stability. I don't know if that means that's his number one motivation. Okay. All right. So we're not ready to hard sell on this guy. He's got a D in championship contender. We've got to hope for a B in conference prestige or program tradition that he likes. But we've got to wait on that. Oh, let's see where he sits. Kind of the same place. Edmonds has moved up. And I wish these guys would just sign, It would help us so much, like free up so many points. Hmm. We don't quite know the third one on this guy, and I don't really want to go hunting for it yet. So Northwestern offered to this guy. Ooh, I wish we could. Man, I wish we could hard sell this guy. He's got B minus and B plus. That's great. Let's give it one more week though. Okay, our free safety. Ooh, just sign, man. Just sign. Just do it, man. And our corner. Hey, we took the lead, man. We took the lead on the 3-star gem corner. That is phenomenal news. That is not right there. Let's move them up our board a little bit. See, on NCAA, the old game, dudes could tell where they were on the board. They could tell if they were first on your board, if they were 30th on your board. I think they just totally took that out of college football 25 and college football 26. I thought that was kind of a cool thing to have, but obviously not enough people thought it was that cool, I guess. Oh man, the center is so close to signing, but we need defense, man. Okay, let's give 10 to this Will. Oh, good. He likes proximity to home, so that's great. Okay, so we used our hours. Let's go ahead and sign it. What is this? Oh, players of the week. We already know that. No. All right, guys, I have to be honest with you. This is a little bittersweet because this is one of my alma maters, New Mexico State. Oh, those look clean, man. All right, let's just go with current away. I believe the Aggies will probably wear the red tops or red jerseys. I have been to this stadium more than any college football stadium. I used to be a season ticket holder, even though I didn't live within 3.5 hours of Las Cruces. And I had 2 season tickets on the 50-yard line, front row. And I'm not rich. So that should tell you. But They're not super expensive. All right, guys, let's get back to gameplay, man. Whew. I'm ready. This is going to be a tougher game. New Mexico State is as good as you saw. They're a 67, I think, overall. And we're a 71. So, you know, and we're on the road, too. Oh, those are the kind of things that happen on the road. Just chaos, man. Just chaos. Oh, wide open, baby. Press him. Yes. 5. Touchdown, baby. Sorry, I was going to do 10-5 touchdown. But I haven't done college football in like 10 months, maybe. Zion Booker, who wants out of Tulsa. We're going to make you first team all conference, Booker. First team all conference. So the stadium pulse obviously is not like the stadium pulse of major universities. But oh man. Well, that stinks. Movement by one of our guys. Oh, he got through, man. That's on me, though. That is on me. See, I'm having to learn this playbook because it is definitely new to me. Is nobody covering Calvin Johnson's kid? Oh my God, he's wide open. We're calling him Megatron's kid, baby. I'm gonna at Megatron on Twitter and tell him your kid is so good. So 14-7 your score. We're up by 7. New Mexico State obviously has put some points up. And I make a terrible cut with Richardson, who is one of our star players. Oh, man. I'd have to look again, but I think Richardson is good size. I know Morrison is 6 foot 215. So, man, he can pound you. Ooh, look at him, man. I haven't seen that before. All right. Play action. No, no. I should have got picked right there, man. If New Mexico State wasn't so bad, any other team would have picked it. Oh, nice move. Good block and a nice move by Richardson. Oh, good. Almost catch. Way to go up. Yes, we'll take it. Thank you. That was pass interference. I was saying that the whole time. Or actually, I wasn't, but we will take it. Thank you. Good hit by 39, man. Good catch. Is that Booker? I think it is. Oh, get there. Oh, no. Should we kick a field goal? Yes. Okay, we're calling a hot route here. Yes. Get that, baby. Touchdown. Golden Hurricane. Tulsa goes up by 2 touchdowns, folks. Ballard going out in style. All of our good players are going to transfer. So don't get too emotionally attached, guys. Why did he stop right there, man? I don't even know what Francis's stats are right now. I think they're all right. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me, man? You're like our best player. You're an 82 overall, man. Your awareness should be so high. Okay, they're not pressing us, so I can play that game. That's an easy first down. Thank you. Micah Tees. Nice run by Richardson. Another nice run by Richardson. Richardson with 62 yards on 7 carries today in Las Cruces. And there he gets put to the ground for a loss of 1. Yeah, I threw that late, but I didn't see anybody open. But I was only looking on the left side, so you guys may have seen somebody somewhere else. But I hate when they kind of play press coverage, but they don't play press coverage. Because they do that right there. 4th and 11, man. Okay, Bingo may be the best punter, but I am definitely not the second best punter. Sorry, guys. It's been a long time. I used to be okay, man. I could punt and kick some field goals. It's a work in progress, guys. Just like Tulsa Golden Hurricane. So am I. Why is this coming up? Oh, Francis holds on to it. Ooh, Richardson is treated rudely by that New Mexico State defender. Oh, nice. Nice pattern. So Kirk Francis with 207 yards passing and 3 TDs with 48 seconds left in the half. First down, Tulsa. They are driving. Micah Tees with another reception. 21 yards on the catch. Oh my gosh. That guy looked like he was shot in the back. They're playing so far off our guys, man. Yeah, we'll just do this all day. Why would you call a run play with 28 seconds left? Look how far off they're playing, man. That is so crazy. No one's even covering Ballard. Oh, that's what they did. Okay, so we called our second timeout. We do have 1 remaining. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to call another timeout. No way. They called a flag. Oh my gosh. That is my mistake, guys. My bad. All right. Give us more room, I guess. Thank you. All right, Foley, here's your shot, dude. I think that's our backup tight end, right? No, that's our starting tight end. What am I talking about? How can I learn all these names and then they're just going to transfer on me, man? It's cruel, yeah. It is cruel, man. Oh, no. I ran right into that. Well, I am New Mexico State's best player so far today. Oh, press tease, dude. Press tease, please. Oh, no, he dropped it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to need time, man. Let's lean on Richardson a little bit. Maybe not. 2nd and 12. Nice throw and catch. Kirk Francis, 256 yards passing and 4 TDs. Just another day at the office. Yes. Our tight end, Foley. That's right. Foley. Richardson finds a tiny hole. He does have 69 yards rushing on 12 attempts. We're in the third quarter with 2 minutes left, and the New Mexico State defense stands tough. Nice. That linebacker, I thought he was going to attach himself to Booker, and he didn't. Come on, break one. Come on, man. That defensive line is shedding blocks like nobody's business. Look how far they're playing off tees, man. Is that like 50? It's almost 15 yards, dude. Oh my gosh. Nick Session. That's an Arizona State transfer. I know that. But CP3EP is the one who threw that. That was awful. Oh my gosh. There's Session again, dude. Sorry, but I'm not kicking a 58-yard field goal. Oh, what a move, baby. Ballard, another one who wants to transfer. I swear I'm not trying to run into the tackles, but I feel like I am. I think this is just a better team, you know? I mean, we did play the worst FCS team. Who made the schedule, man? Oh, I did. Sorry. Oh, catch him. There he is. Our 5'6" wonder. So Parker Awad is at quarterback. He has the tendency to, how can I say this delicately, but play terribly at quarterback. And I mean that with all due respect. Oh my gosh, man. Seriously? Why don't they put Morrison in there sometime? I need to work on or figuring out the like replace the subs, you know? That'll be something I'll work on. A 2-yard gain to Foley, man. The counter play picks up 5. Richardson goes over 100 yards at about 5 yards per carry. So he's doing a nice job. Ooh, they're pressed up, but I'm going tight end, babe. Oh no, Foley, you dropped it, dude. See? There we go. It's only 23 yards, but it was on the hash, so. So New Mexico State fails to score, but they leave the ball at the 2-yard line for us to try to do something with. So thanks for nothing, man. Oh, hold on, guys. My wife is texting me. It's past midnight. We have 2 boys, 2 and 5. Could be in trouble, man. All right, I kind of am. So happy wife, happy life, or something like that. Oh. Oh. Truly, the play action plays seem to fake out nobody. So Presley, great job to get the first down. 36 seconds left. Just picking up some extra yardage. Oh, he could have picked up one more block. So 364 yards passing today. Oh. "11 seconds. Zion Booker, 118 yards, 4 catches." Oh, yeah. Catch that, baby. Why would you press, man? Why would you press? He's trying to audition for SEC schools where he can sit on the bench. Zion Booker. I'm just kidding, Zion. Just in case you're watching this. Like, we want you here. Like, we love you. We don't want you to transfer. So, thankfully, New Mexico State was not that great. Kirk Francis had another good game, 418 passing yards, 5 TDs. But I think the rest of the team did well. He's 20 of 37. Richardson, 22 for 124. Look at Booker, man. Look at us spreading it around, man. Even Calvin's son, man. 77-yard reception for a touchdown. JD Drew, we love you, man. Stay home. Stay home. So no tackles for loss, no sacks, and no picks. Guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching episode 2. Hope you come back for episode 3. If you're not a subscriber, please smash that subscribe button and that noti bell, as well as the like button, and leave me a comment, man. I would appreciate it. Love you guys. See you next time. Rain Kane.